Welcome to day 50. I'm excited. I hope you are, right? If you've been through this journey, I'm sure you should be very excited. I want to see your emojis, your congratulations, messages down there, right? So just to check in on my mind if it's on, right? So welcome to day 50 of Mission 1000. Today we're going to be talking about something every realtor must master. Now you must understand that most of the things we'll be teaching, some we emphasized more, some we did not emphasize as much as we ought to, right? Because we cannot give you so much, like all there is. Knowledge is continuous. It's these are propelling force or knowledge for you to go further and study. Go study, or moreover, you can sign up for a masterclass when it's being announced, right? So today we're going to be talking about closing with confidence. A lot of us are naive, we're very shy, we're very conservative when it comes to closing deals, right? So I want to teach you how you can close. I'm going to be teaching you practical steps. I'm going to be explaining to you how these things are possible, feasible. So now listen carefully. Closing is not manipulation. That's one of the things you must understand. I also mentioned it yesterday. When you create urgency, closing is not manipulation. It is not forcing. Closing is simply an invitation for your client to take the next logical step in the decision they have already been considering, right? So you are bringing them to that position where they are to take that step in that direction they already have interest in. You can't start making a close on a deal when there was not an initial consideration. So if there's an initial consideration, remember, I think it was 2 days class, we talked about when there was an initial consideration, there's always a financial back into it, right? So yeah, so many realtors hesitate when it's time to close because they fear rejection, or they don't want to sound pushy, they don't want to sound desperate. I know you need money, you need commission, you have bills to pay. Sometimes you are careful not to sound so pushy with your clients, right? But here's the truth: clients respect confidence. When you're confident with a client, they respect you more. They might not show it, but it's a psychological thing, right? So many of the times you are not in the loop because you can't see into their mind, but know that your words, your expressions, your gestures create the things that goes on in their mind. You are the one who frames the picture in that conversation, right? So you can go back to some of our videos when we talked about how you speak to your client in value language, not price or cost language, right? So if you have educated them, answer their questions, show them the benefit, then ask for the close, is not an imposition, it is leadership. When it comes to sales, let me redefine sales for you. Sales is you making it happen for others. Let me go over that again. Sales is you making it happen for others. Sales is you leading someone to a destination that is profitable to them. Sales is you bringing a reality that they've long desired for into their space. Sales is you helping them make the immediate best decision for their long-term benefits. Let me repeat that again. Sales is you helping your client make the best immediate decision for their long-term benefits. So when a client comes to you and wants to make a buying decision, you are in sales because you are leading them. You are in leadership. When you leading people, you ask questions. You want to know what is their best interest, what is it they're looking out for, what is it they seek to get out of this, and then you're leading them gradually into that place that you deem fit, that in relation to their desire, in relation to whatever interest they have in, and then you are guiding them in that direction. So you are not coming in such a way that you look is subordinate to them. No, when it comes to a sales transaction, a negotiation discussion, you must see yourself as a leader. Sales is about leadership. I hope you got that right? Today is day 50. I'm excited for you. I have some bonus for you guys, but let's continue. So confidence in your tone in your words and your body language all add together when it comes to closing a deal. Sometimes you're not seeing the client is not seeing you. What the client can rely on are the voice note you send to them on WhatsApp, on your chat box, right? The tone of your text, how confident it is, how clear. You must understand that wherever you're communicating, whenever you're communicating in sales, clarity is very, very important, because you cannot communicate or have an effective sales transaction when there is no clarity in that conversation. So when it comes to language or when it comes to communication, there are two things that are important. Number one is called encoding. Encoding is a system of you transferring your desired knowledge to the next person. The second thing is decoding. Decoding is the process of the person you're speaking to understanding what you're saying in the clearest, most possible term, right? So when it comes to communication, or when it comes to sales rather, communication, having these two things as a key factor must be there. That means there must be an effective encoding and decoding. When those two things are in place, then you have communicated effectively, right? So communication is key. How you communicate, your tone of communication also matters. Those are elements in communication. The tone of communication, the adjective you use, the nouns you use, the pronouns you use. I'm sure you did your English class, right? These things are very, very important when it comes to your confidence in your tone, your words, even your body language, especially when you're in a physical conversation with your client. Don't make them see you inferior. Don't be pompous. Also, just be confident. Although there's a slim line between confidence and you sounding arrogant, but you know where to draw the line, right? So here's what confidence looks like: polite but direct, right? You're polite but direct. Something like, shall we proceed with your preferred payment plan now? It's polite. We're talking about closing here. It's polite, but it's direct. Very, very polite. Another thing you can use is the assumptive close. The assumptive close. Something like, would you like to start with a 30% deposit today, or would you prefer the 6-month payment plan? Do you understand? You are bringing them to talk about financial commitment, right? Of course, if you don't close, there's no rabbi for you. If you don't close, you don't bring them into that reality you want them to come into, right? Number 3, you can use the encouraging close, right? Something like this: this property ticks your boxes: the location, the price, the budget, the documentation. So let's secure it today before price change, or let's secure it today. Let's secure this plot, or let's lock in on this plot for you today, right? So that way you have, this is an encouraging close. We've talked about the polite but yet direct, the assumptive close, and the encouraging close. When you initiate these things, it helps them. You can always, these things I've taught you now, you can go online or go on ChatGPT and ask for further examples or live, examples you can use when it comes to closing. So notice notice that none of these lines sound forceful. None of them sound forceful or pushy, right? They sounded calm, respectful, and certain. You must be certain about what you want. That's the energy client trusts. Certain about the energy that you want, right? So yeah, here are 3 mistakes you want to avoid when closing. 3 mistakes you want to avoid when closing. Number 1, sounding unsure. You don't want to be in a position where you are not clear or sure about what you're saying, right? Saying something like, do you understand? Do you maybe want to buy? No, don't do that. It kills confidence in your client. So don't sound unsure. Be sure that this is what they want. Be sure this is what you want for them, and be sure to make that close. Why? Another mistake you don't want to make is over talking after the close. Don't be talking too much after the close. Don't be talking too much after the close. Once you ask the question, stay quiet. Let the client respond. Silence is powerful. Don't try to be doing so much. Once you have dropped it, let them respond. Leave it there. Don't try to be, another persuasive, trying to go over the process you've done. Leave it. Leave it. You are in charge. I told you sales is leadership. You are in charge, right? Leave it. Number 3, rushing the close. Don't rush the close. Don't rush the close. Don't jump to close before building trust and showing value. You have built the bricks. Closing is you putting the finishing on the building. You have been building the process, showing them value, right? You propose value, you have built trust. We talked about how you could build trust, then you can then confidently bring about closing. Confidence comes from knowing you have guided the client properly. You are giving the well necessary value the client needs to make that decision, right? So here are some tips for closing that you can start using from today. So number 1, use positive body language, right? Maintain your eye contact, smile, sit upright, when talking, especially in a physical conversation with your client. Number 2, keep your voice steady. Keep your voice steady. Don't be shaking your voice. Speak as if the deal is a natural next step. Do you understand? Speak naturally, speak clearly, speak this is how it's meant to be. Always present options, not ultimatums, right? Client loves choice. Client, don't give them too much choice also. When there's too much choice, they get confused. Give them 2, 3 max choices so that their brain can be focused on what to do. Practice your line until they flow naturally. Confidence grows with repetition, right? Practice your line until they flow naturally, because confidence grows with repetition. I hope what I said today, this is it for today. I hope it makes sense to you. Well, let me use this moment to say a vote of thanks. Thank you for staying put to day 1, day 2, day 3, day 10, day 50, and today. Thank you. It's been a journey. I want to commend you for your consistency, submitting your assignment, being part and being intentional about your future, right? I would love to mention names, but I don't know everybody's names. But thank you to every one of you being part of the first cohort of Mission 1000. And it's my utmost desire and goal, personally a sincere drive in my heart, to see how before I am 50, I want to raise 1000 millionaires. And I want you to make this possible for me. I want you to be intentional about everything you've been taught. Be intentional about every knowledge guide I brought your way. Go further, study, engage, most especially engage with full chest. Engage these things. Do the work. There is no how you can emerge what you do not practice. You cannot come out as what you have not worked for. Everybody, you could see somebody who has done the gymming in the gym, has gone to the gym, right? And you could see the muscles, you could see the body shape, you could see the lady looking good, you could see the figures, you could see the guy chest all out and everything. You appreciate all of those things because somebody did the work. How will we see the financial muscles? How will we see the financial aura coming out of you? Is that you do the work. I want you to know one thing most especially, that when you become a millionaire, you didn't become a millionaire for myself. When you become a multi-millionaire, a billionaire, you did not become it for myself. You become it for yourself. The reason why I'm starting with you being a multi-millionaire, because that is the least you should be. You should grow beyond, exceeding above. Go back. You've listened to this class before. Go back. You're in a process. Go and watch the videos again. Listen, regurgitate, listen till it becomes something natural to you. Go back and listen to them again. Learn them all over and again and over and again and over again. Study, listen to other videos, follow people like Paul Fo, right? He's a sales coach, especially with a niche in real estate. Follow veterans in the real estate space. Let them motivate you. Look at realtors that are doing great on IG, on Facebook. Follow their pages. See how they do it. See how they present. See how they talk. See how they communicate. Learn from people in Nigeria and people out of the country. You want to see how you can be the topmost best in this industry. Come to be among the 1% of the 1% when it comes to real estate. My utmost joy is that I can recognize myself. You can recognize, you can point your success back to me, and I can point my legacy to you. To me, this is a legacy for me. How I can raise other people to be independent financially, especially to be successful when it comes to real estate. And I want you to join me on this journey as we make this a reality. I hope this is a good vote of thanks. Thank you. My name is Emmanuel Adeyemi, and I'm super glad to be your host, your mentor, and you becoming a millionaire. See you on the other side of goodness. Thank you.